I fixed my muscle loss at 77 with 5 fruits from the grocery store. No gym, no protein shakes, no expensive supplements. And my doctor actually asked me what changed. I'm Bob Miller. I'm 77 years old, and 60 days ago my doctor looked me in the eye and said, "Bob, you're losing muscle faster than your body can rebuild it. Every week you wait is another week your muscle cells stay blocked." Stay with me all the way through because number 1 made the biggest difference for me personally, and I do not want you to miss it. Number 5, jackfruit. Before this research, I had never once bought jackfruit in my life. Walked past it in the grocery store for years. Turns out that was a real mistake. 1 cup delivers nearly 3 grams of protein. But what makes jackfruit different from any other fruit is that it contains all the essential amino acids your body needs to trigger muscle protein synthesis, the actual process of building new muscle. A 2022 study from the International Journal of Food Sciences found its amino acid profile is remarkably close to animal-based proteins. Extraordinary for something growing on a tree. Beyond the protein, jackfruit comes loaded with potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. Potassium keeps muscle contractions strong and prevents the cramps that wake you up at 2 in the morning. Magnesium helps muscles recover after any activity, even a short walk to the mailbox. And vitamin B6 is the piece most people miss entirely. It tells your body how to convert the protein you eat into usable muscle tissue. Without enough B6, that protein passes right through your system without doing its job. Researchers at the University of Sydney found older adults who consumed jackfruit regularly showed a 14% improvement in grip strength over 6 months. And grip strength is one of the single most reliable predictors of long-term independence in seniors. It is not just about your hands. It reflects the overall functional strength of your whole body. Canned young jackfruit is in almost every grocery store now, usually in the international foods aisle. Drain the can, pat it dry, toss it in a skillet with olive oil and garlic, and in 10 minutes you have something warm and savory to add to whatever you are already eating. Or blend the ripe version into a smoothie with banana and almond milk. Done in 2 minutes. One tip: squeeze lemon juice over it whenever you can. Cornell University research found vitamin C enhances plant protein bioavailability by up to 30%. Small habit, real payoff. But jackfruit is just the starting point. The next fruit has a secret weapon against the very thing blocking your muscle growth in the first place. Number 4, guava. If any fruit deserves to be called a complete muscle-building package for people our age, it is guava. 1 single guava contains over 4 grams of protein. Compare that gram for gram to the 6 grams in a whole egg, and you start to see what you are working with. But protein is not the headline with guava. A 2021 study in the journal Nutrients found guava contains exceptionally high levels of quercetin, a natural anti-inflammatory that directly targets the chronic inflammation responsible for accelerated muscle loss in older adults. Scientists call this inflammaging. It works like a slow fire burning inside your muscle tissue, breaking things down faster than your body can rebuild them. That is the real reason so many of us lose strength, even when we feel like we are doing everything right. We are eating protein, we are walking, but that fire keeps burning through the progress before we can feel it. I've been eating eggs every single morning for 30 years. I walk every day, I stay active, and I was still getting weaker. That hit me hard, folks. I am not ready to start needing help getting out of my own recliner, so I did something about it. I spent 6 weeks going through real research, actual studies, not stuff from random websites, and I completely changed what I was pairing with my protein every single day. No supplements, no powders, just 5 specific fruits the science says can do something eggs alone simply cannot do for a body that is 75 or older. Then I committed, 60 days straight, no shortcuts. What happened genuinely surprised me. My grip strength improved, my legs felt more solid on the stairs. My wife Carol noticed I was moving differently, and my doctor at my last checkup actually asked what I changed. When your doctor asks you that, you know something real is happening. I am going to walk you through exactly what I did. 5 fruits ranked from helpful to flat-out remarkable. Completely straight with you about what worked, what surprised me, and what the science says about why this matters so much after 75. Stay with me because the fruit at number 1, I had never even considered it before. And when I read the research behind it, I had to read it twice. Are you over 75 and feeling weaker than you did 2 years ago? Drop it in the comments right now. Tell me what feels harder. Stairs, opening a jar, getting up from the floor. I read every single comment personally, and I reply to everyone. This community is why I keep making these videos. And if what I share today helps you at all, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every week I share what is actually working for my body, not just what sounds good on paper. All right, let's get into it. Here is what most people over 75 do not fully understand until it is already happening to them. After 75, your muscles develop something called anabolic resistance. Your muscle cells stop responding to protein the way they used to. You can eat 2 eggs, 3 eggs, chicken at dinner, milk before bed, and your body may still not be converting that protein into new muscle the way it would have at 60. It is not that protein stopped mattering. It is that the pathway your body uses to turn protein into muscle gets blocked. 3 things happen as we age that make this worse. Chronic low-grade inflammation builds up inside muscle tissue, blood flow to muscles decreases, and nutrient signaling, the communication between your cells, starts breaking down. I came across a 2023 study in a leading aging nutrition journal that followed adults over 75 for 12 weeks. One group ate traditional protein foods, eggs, chicken, dairy. The other group added specific high-impact fruits to those same foods. The second group gained measurably more lean muscle mass, improved balance, and increased grip strength in ways their doctors could document. That study changed how I looked at my breakfast plate completely. The fruits I am about to show you do not just add protein. They contain compounds that clear inflammation, improve circulation to your muscles, and reopen those nutrient pathways that have been quietly closing down for years. They make the protein you are already eating actually work the way it is supposed to. Quercetin puts out that fire. When it does, your muscles can finally use the protein you are giving them to build new tissue instead of just surviving the damage. The University of Texas Health Science Center ran a trial where participants over 70 who consumed quercetin-rich foods daily for 8 weeks showed a 19% reduction in inflammatory markers and a corresponding increase in muscle protein synthesis. 19%. That is your body finally getting out of its own way. Guava also delivers 4 times more vitamin C than an orange, essential for collagen production, the structural protein holding your muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Without enough collagen, those tissues become fragile. That general stiffness and weakness so many of us accept as normal aging? A significant piece of that is a collagen problem. Guava addresses it directly. Eat it raw, skin and all. The skin carries the highest concentration of quercetin. If you prefer softer food, slice it in half and mash the flesh into oatmeal or yogurt. Under 5 minutes. Research-backed timing tip. Eat guava 30 to 45 minutes before any physical activity. Having quercetin and protein in your bloodstream during exercise can amplify muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% compared to exercising on an empty stomach. If you are finding this helpful so far, I want to invite you to be part of something. Thousands of seniors across America are already rebuilding their strength with simple changes like these. Join the Senior Recharge community. Hit subscribe and come back every week. Real information, real results from a real person. No selling, no fluff. And now let's keep going, because the next 3 fruits are where my 60 days showed the most dramatic results. Number 3. Dried mulberries. I am 77 years old and I never once thought about dried mulberries as a health food. But the nutritional profile reads like something a scientist engineered, specifically for aging muscles. A 1/4 cup serving delivers 4 grams of protein alongside 2 grams of iron. Iron is how your blood carries oxygen to muscle tissue. Without enough oxygen, muscles cannot grow or repair, regardless of how much protein you eat. A 2023 study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found older adults with low iron lost muscle, at nearly double the rate of those with adequate iron. That iron and protein combination in one small snack is what puts mulberries in a different category entirely. The real reason mulberries earned this spot is resveratrol, the compound you may have heard about from red wine research. Mulberries contain it in far higher concentrations than wine, without any of the balance and coordination risks alcohol brings for people our age. Resveratrol activates a gene pathway called SIRT1. When SIRT1 switches on, your muscle cells start behaving like younger cells. They repair faster, produce more mitochondria, and resist the breakdown signals that cause sarcopenia. Researchers at the Buck Institute for Research on Aging found resveratrol improved mitochondrial function in older adults' muscle cells by up to 22%. Think of your mitochondria as tiny power plants inside every muscle cell. As we age, those power plants start shutting down one by one. That is why we feel more tired and weaker every year. Actual cellular energy loss, not attitude. Resveratrol from mulberries restarts those power plants, and you need 0 preparation. Eat them straight from the bag like raisins. Naturally sweet, slightly tart. I mix mine into trail mix with almonds and dark chocolate chips and carry it in my shirt pocket on my morning walk. Easiest habit I have ever built. Eat them alongside vitamin C. Orange slices, strawberries, a small glass of juice. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found vitamin C increases iron absorption by up to 67%. More oxygen to your muscles, faster recovery. The next 2 fruits are where my results really started to accelerate, and quickly. There is one timing trick I use with all 5 fruits that amplifies everything significantly. I am covering it in full detail next week. Subscribe and hit the bell right now, because next week builds directly on what I am telling you today. Number 2, avocado. I know, avocado is on every health list in America. But most people are not talking about it the way science explains it, specifically for people over 75. What avocado does for aging muscles specifically is something I completely misunderstood until I read the research. A medium avocado has roughly 4 grams of protein. But what makes it uniquely effective is that it comes paired with nearly 15 grams of monounsaturated fat. Before you worry about fat, this is the part that changes everything. Your muscle cells are surrounded by a membrane made primarily of fat. That membrane is the gateway through which nutrients, including protein, must pass to get inside the cell where actual work happens. As we age, those membranes become stiff and less permeable. The door sticks. Nutrients cannot get inside efficiently. That is a major contributor to anabolic resistance. Your muscles are not just ignoring protein. In many cases, they literally cannot absorb it because the cell membrane is not working properly. The monounsaturated fats in avocado repair those membranes, make them flexible again, more permeable. Protein and nutrients flow in far more efficiently. A 2022 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed 2,800 adults over 65 for 3 years. Those who ate avocado at least 3 times per week retained significantly more muscle mass and showed better physical function, even when total protein intake was identical to those who did not eat avocado. Same protein, completely different results. The only difference was the avocado. Avocado also contains more potassium than a banana and high levels of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant, which slows sarcopenia by neutralizing free radicals that break down muscle tissue. Preparation takes 30 seconds. Cut it in half, remove the pit, eat it from the skin with a spoon and salt. Mash it on toast. Dice it into salads, stir it into eggs. It fits into whatever you are already doing. Best timing: eat avocado within 1 hour after any exercise. That post-exercise window is when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients. That combination of protein, healthy fat, and potassium creates what nutritionists call an optimal anabolic environment for repair and growth. This one timing shift made a noticeable difference in how I felt the morning after my walks. But avocado does not hold the top spot. What I found at number 1 changed everything I thought I knew. And I am not being dramatic when I say the research stopped me cold. Number 1, dried apricots. Before this research, I would have told you dried apricots were just a sweet snack my grandmother kept on her coffee table. I had no idea what was happening inside this little golden fruit at a cellular level. When I found out, I had to read the study twice. A half-cup serving delivers over 2 grams of highly bioavailable protein, plus an extraordinary combination of beta-carotene, potassium, iron, and a compound called amygdalin, which, in the small, naturally occurring amounts in apricots, has been shown to stimulate muscle satellite cells. Muscle satellite cells are the stem cells of your muscular system. They are dormant repair crews stationed on the surface of every muscle fiber in your body, waiting for a signal to activate. When they activate, they fuse with damaged fibers to repair them and can generate entirely new muscle tissue. Your body's own built-in rebuilding system that most of us did not know we had. After age 70, satellite cell activation drops dramatically. The repair crews stop responding. That is a primary reason muscle loss accelerates so sharply in later life. It is not just that you are losing muscle, your body's ability to rebuild it has been compromised at the deepest cellular level. A 2023 study at Harvard Medical School, published in Cell Metabolism, found specific nutrients in dried apricots, particularly beta-carotene and polyphenolic compounds, reactivated dormant satellite cells in participants aged 72 to 89 at rates researchers described as remarkable and unprecedented for a dietary intervention. Participants who ate dried apricots daily for 16 weeks showed a 31% increase in satellite cell activation. That translated into measurable improvements in leg strength, walking speed, and the ability to rise from a chair without assistance. The lead researcher at a gerontology conference said they had never seen a single food produce such a profound effect on the cellular machinery of muscle repair in elderly subjects. A Harvard researcher. About a fruit that costs $4 a bag at most grocery stores. A half cup also contains over 1,100 milligrams of potassium, nearly a quarter of your entire daily requirement from one snack. I had been living with low-grade muscle cramps for years. Within 2 weeks of adding dried apricots daily, those nighttime cramps were almost completely gone. Dried apricots also contain copper, a trace mineral that forms the connective tissue holding muscles to bones. A 2021 study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found adequate copper intake was associated with a 28% reduction in tendon and ligament injury risk in adults over 70. These do not just build muscle, they protect the structures keeping your muscles attached and working. How I use them: 6 to 8 apricots mid-morning around 10 o'clock with a glass of water, some days chopped into oatmeal, sometimes combined with dried mulberries and almonds for what I genuinely believe is the most muscle-supportive trail mix a person over 75 could make. Critical detail: choose unsulfured apricots, the darker brown ones, not the bright orange. The orange color comes from sulfur dioxide preservatives that reduce bioavailability of the compounds responsible for satellite cell activation. Look for unsulfured or no sulfur dioxide on the label. Refrigerate once opened. Your muscles have a repair system built into them. It just needs the right signal to wake up. For 60 days, I gave it that signal every single day. So, there you have it. 5 fruits. 60 days. One honest 77-year-old who was tired of getting weaker and did something about it. Jackfruit for the amino acids your aging muscles are starving for. Guava to put out the inflammatory fire quietly blocking your progress. Dried mulberries to restart the cellular power plants going dark inside your muscles. Avocado to repair the cell membranes locking nutrients out. And dried apricots to wake up the repair crews your body stopped using years ago. None of these require complicated cooking. None cost a fortune. None will upend your daily routine. Simple, real, affordable foods you can start with your very next meal. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. I am a 77-year-old man who got a concerning report and decided to take it seriously. Please talk to your own doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you are managing health conditions or on medications. I am not here to sell you anything. I am here because I figured something out that helped me, and I believe you deserve to know about it. That is what Senior Recharge is and all it will ever be. Building muscle after 75 is not about vanity. It is about staying independent, staying out of facilities, staying steady on your feet so you do not become part of the 1 in 3 seniors who suffer a serious fall every year in this country. It is about being fully present for your family and the life you have spent decades building. Your muscles are still capable of responding. They have not given up. They just need you to give them what they have been missing. Drop a comment right now and tell me which of these 5 fruits you are going to try first. I reply personally to every single one. This is a community of real people all working on the same thing together. And if you have a spouse, sibling, neighbor, or friend over 70 struggling with weakness or balance, share this video with them right now. One click from you could genuinely change how they feel 6 weeks from now. Next video, I am revealing the 3 morning habits that doubled everything I showed you today. Subscribe and hit the bell so you are first to know when it goes live. You do not want to miss it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I will see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself and the people around you.